not a feeling. This is knowledge. I have no feeling.
Knowledge from where?
This. I did a reading
Atozy,
when I
please.
saw Rebecca Schofield on the History Department's page on Rebecca Schofield and her connection.
Pardon me, detective. Wasn't one of the first things you said, I didn't just see her on this university page and start accusing her. And then immediately your process is, so I saw her on the university page and I decided to do a reading. Well then. This is quite watertight knowledge we're gathering here. Please continue to cook, I'm sorry.
I also did readings on some of the other people and their connection to the University of Idaho.
Oh, man.
What came out on their reading is how they responded to the crimes and how they were feeling about it. What came out in Rebecca Schofield's reading was how she implemented it, how she planned it, and why.
This is not a feeling. This is knowledge. I don't know her, nor have I ever seen her, but here I am making this TikTok. So I guess we'll continue down this rabbit hole together and see how far we get, because it gets pretty wild.
So
we get to the truth.
How did Rebecca Schofield and Kaylee meet? Rebecca Schofield and Kaylee connected because she needed an advisor. She was about to graduate.
How does she know this?
She wanted advice on personal growth.
It's called fan fiction. Get with the times.
She needed resolution for anything or anyone that was getting in the way of her ability to graduate. So she went to Rebecca Schofield for advice. So initially they met on an advisor-mentor basis. So then as the
amount of
She's getting sued over this, by the way. This is why we're covering this. But I'm still baffled in
about her books being primarily
why. Why is she putting her energy into this?
Letting her know she's interested in her and also letting her know about her sexuality. During this time
what is that?
Oh
my god, this is so much longer than I expected. I thought she just did like a single tarot card reading. It's like, look at this. She pulled the murderer card. So that's how I know she's guilty. She's just going through an entirely made-up story of fucking nothing. Thanks to resub Chaos, Chickler, Inky, Shiny, and Tier 1 Frick.
Schofield is in a dreamlike state. She's opened up that passion that she had suppressed for women that was now placed on Kaylee.
What?
She's explaining it like it's some random fanfic. There's fanfics written about me that are like have similar plots. God, this is so stupid. Why did this person do this? But whatever, okay.
So at this point, she's talking to Kaylee about her desire for her, but also her desire for women and how she suppressed those desires because of tradition and societal viewpoints.
She wanted so badly to write the next 50 Shades of Grey, but wasn't able to actually find success on any of those erotic adult fan fiction sites. So instead she went to TikTok to try and do it, but she's using an actual case of murder. And then accusing a real person of being the murderer.
She's put out work.
Where is this information coming from?
LGBTQ community, but she was unable to follow.
Terrible tragedy happened. Let me make a fanfic on
to follow it in her own
how this tragedy happened.
And she knew she was lesbian, but she didn't have the heart to live that life out loud. She said that she was so introspective that she lost her connection to her husband, and that she needed to focus on her finding her truth in her.
Speaking of truth, I want to see a little bit more about the lawsuit first. This is far more wild than I expected. I thought for sure this was just going to be a quick cut and dry, hey, tip Fedora, I pulled out my tarot card readings today, and look who turned out to be a murderer. This lady. Case closed. Thank you for attending my TED Talk. But man, she went with like fucking 15-minute audio book of like a girl-on-girl sexual erotica. What was her name? What's her name? Okay, someone in chat just tell me this article doesn't have it. Warlock Holmes. That's pretty good. I like that. That's cute. It was Ashley Gillard. Oh, yeah, you're right. I didn't know. Okay, I thought. Okay, I found it. It's this one. Where's more on the lawsuit? Oh, here it is. Professor sues TikToker who accused her in University of Idaho murders. It's a defamation lawsuit. Here, let me just pull it up. I don't know why I'm just going to read it to you like it's story time.
In the murder of 4 college students. The video shows officers stopping a group of teens around the time of the murders.
Okay, well, hold on. I just want to see about the lawsuit. Has she not said anything like public? Hold on, let me go to her TikTok. Ashley is in the book of life. Her TikTok's still up. Is she doubling down? How old is this? This is 6 days ago. She's in here. She's still going. Rebecca Schofield, not the murderer, by the way. Just a completely random person she did a tarot card reading on. Rebecca Schofield's alibi, part 2. Murder of 4 University of Idaho students. This would still be after they caught the real murderer. And she's still going. What?
Evidence to prove that Rebecca Schofield planned, initiated, executed, and ordered the murder of the 4 University of Idaho students, part 2. It seems to be an impossible task set before me.
Because it is. You did a tarot card reading. It is an impossible task. This is after they caught the murderer, though.
Regarding the negative commenters, this include the biased news media misquoting me, saying lies, and trying to paint me in a negative light. Personally, I'm not giving them any more of my energy or attention. It used to be fun because it was fresh, and I laughed at it. Didn't take it too seriously. But they keep saying the same thing because they lack creativity. They lack spirit. So they don't have the creative mind to say something different.
You accused an innocent elderly woman of being a murderer. What do you mean creativity and having fun with actual dead college kids and trying to pin it all on just some lady? Oh my god, what the fuck? The lack of remorse. The lack of shame.
So I'm bored with them. Therefore, I won't be responding. But if you want to respond to them, so be it. I just don't think they're worthy of my energy or yours. Just think about it. These people wait till I post just to say the same thing over and over. It's demonic, and it should be embarrassing. That's why a lot of them have fake pages. They're embarrassed to do it on their own page.
I will give her something. The lack of shame is refreshing. She's putting her whole face in here, saying it with her whole chest, being blatantly wrong. I appreciate that. That is nice to see.
But y'all know what? It's light at the end of the tunnel because this is showing a pattern.
The murderer is literally arrested while this is being made, by the way. The murderer is arrested at this point. This is 5 days old. The murderer got arrested 6 days ago. 6 days ago, I believe. Let me see. When did they get the murderer? Hold on, I don't feel like changing the screen. I think it was 6 days ago, right? Might even be 7. But regardless, At this point, it's obvious. Rebecca Schofield silenced Kaylee through her ex. She wanted to silence me, so she contacted my ex. She needs like a legitimate psychiatric evaluation. This is like dangerously stupid. Not confirmed though. It's as close to confirmed as it can be so far. Like they pretty much have it dead to rights. I would be shocked if somehow it's not the guy they currently have in custody, the Redditor. Holy shit, this is actually nuts. I thought for sure she'd be like, oh, it looks like I may have been wrong. The tarot cards were off. Like, try and save some face. But she's just doubling down on it. What the fuck? Hey, Jacob.
So being with Kaylee will allow herself to navigate this truth. But it would be hard for her to make a drastic change and just to leave her husband to be with Kaylee. So this experiment with Kaylee will help her to walk the middle path and have both.
Bro, just become an author. Don't do this. Why are you doing this?
He's a prime razor.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so is this off some tarot cards?
So then finally, Rebecca Schofield is clear about what she wants, and she wants to be with Kaylee. She had a deep desire for her. It feels like love. Infatuation.
I understand why this Rebecca Schofield person is suing her, because this is just insane.
We're satisfied physically.
No, like actually true. I totally get it.
Imagine you're a professor, you find out literally the worst thing ever happened to one of your students, and then suddenly you see people sending you TikToks of someone saying, you probably had a romantic relationship with them and had them offed because they weren't into you. How did we get this far? Like, where is this coming from? What? I mean,
that's TikTok for you.
How stupid this is. She wanted to live the dream with her student and travel the world with her. This is just terrible for the victims and the professor. Well, what's next? I'm hooked now. Okay. I want to know the full extent to the story so I can
There's way too many parts. I hope he doesn't do the whole story.
Rebecca Schofield?
I scrolled through and
Rebecca
there's still so
plans
much.
to leave her husband for Kaylee, but...
So at this point in the relationship, Rebecca Schofield is fantasizing about Kaylee and being with Kaylee. She's willing to leave her husband and realign her life to be the life with Kaylee.
I think that's probably plenty of fanfic for now.
He has to meet her halfway. He has to go to school. He has to be teachable, and he has to be a part of the team. That she would be his guide and make sure he had plenty of resources so that he can accurately put the energy in to manifest his dreams and his best life. She said his dreams are worthy of living. She said that he wasn't too old to learn, and that his
this is like a
talents
plot
have
to
yet
an
to
anime.
be discovered. She didn't ask.
And then he learned to do the Kamehameha wave. And then he trained on King Kai's planet.
Jack 10 times the night of the is because they saw something moving. And intuitively, it was her intuition who told her it was Jack. So they called him that many times because they think they saw him. And they did. He didn't answer because he was in the middle of their... Somehow, Kaylee and Maddie saw it coming. The phone call prolonged his plan. Because they called him, he felt like he made a mistake, so he waited. He set some time aside to resolve that issue. So when they called him, he was around the house, but decided to just stick around and wait instead of executing it at that time. Accomplishing this gave him so much confidence. He feels like he can do anything now.
Playing with trains, with toy trains, would be infinitely better than this. Write a book. Clearly you're creative as hell. Just write a book. Why are you doing
that's giving
this?
her a lot of
It just
credit.
keeps getting worse, by the way. So if this kid was
Let's not
actually
get carried
called
away here.
this many times by his friends, he's clearly traumatized that happened to his friends. And this woman's saying that he's behind it with no evidence. Just because, oh, I saw it in a dream. What the What's wrong with you? Next up in the timeline, Rebecca Schofield sent her a cease and desist, as she should. So this is her response to the cease and desist.
I'm about to put this demand letter Rebecca Schofield attorney sent me by the tissue so I can wipe my with it.
Okay.
Power move.
Well, okay, that's I mean, she's trying to speedrun ruining her own life. She also made another TikTok claiming that Rebecca Schofield is just threatening her. She's not actually going to sue her. Oh, she deleted the video. Oh, no. No, the videos are starting to get wiped. Oh, okay, actually, we managed to download all of them before she deleted them. So this is how I currently feel. Gotcha. So here's the first video that was deleted.
Also, have y'all noticed that I haven't been sued? So that's why some demand letters you take serious.
It's looking a lot like Christmas over there.
Wrong. But the ones that are used as a scare tactic.
Yeah, that video aged very poorly.
I think that's how y'all want me to feel about a measly ass $75,000 lawsuit that I'm gonna win.
That's such a good filter. I thought it was real at first. That filter gets me every time. I love that fucking filter. Though I mean, $75,000 lawsuit's not great. Like you don't have to pretend. I know that hurts. That hurts anyone. That's a lot of fucking money. I don't know why we're like posturing here. That shit hurts.
Oh my god, Rebecca is suing me.
I mean, she's really just speedrunning, ruining her own life here because every video she posts, she's just making it worse and worse for herself. And also the measly $75,000, that's apparently why most defamation lawsuits, people are suing for $75,000 because that's the maximum amount you can.
I haven't done readings on certain agencies and entities because that's kind of crossing the line. But
that's too powerful.
Just know, I'm not the only one who suspect Rebecca Schofield. They want both of them.
No, like legitimately, you are the only one.
She's drawing the line because that's too far. But everything that we've reviewed in today's video, apparently that's not too far. So apparently she made this
is
video
so much deeper
right
than I
after
thought
Rebecca
it would be.
Schofield actually sued her. You sure you want to do this, Rebecca Schofield? This isn't going to end well for you. Okay. I'm just so baffled by all this. This is insane. But she keeps digging her own grave. I don't know what's wrong with her.
It's like Rebecca took out some of the immediate gratification of discovering things about her. Because now everything I find out about her crime she committed of ordering of the 4 University of Idaho students, I have to save it.
You don't have to save it. There's no point in saving it. Just say whatever you have now because it's going to come out in court anyway. So, oh my goodness.
I really hope this is a public trial.
Because you're really
Holy
sitting
shit,
on so
I need
much
to see
information from, what, a tarot card reading? Oh my God.
Like I have physical evidence against Rebecca Schofield that validates everything that I've said about her, but I can't speak on it now because
I would love to see the physical evidence she has to confirm that Rebecca Schofield was trying to get into a romantic relationship with Kaylee and that Rebecca Schofield was struggling with her own internalized lesbianism and all of that wild shit. And then talking about like how she had plans to leave her husband in order to spend the rest of her life with Kaylee and then having to hire an assassin to take her out. I would love to see the physical evidence she had for those claims. Oh, true, the tarot cards. That doesn't lie. That's a good point. I didn't even think about the tarot cards. That is going to be a crucial piece of evidence.
It has to wait for court. So hopefully court doesn't take too long.
It doesn't have to wait for court. Also, there's probably a reason you deleted all these. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dumb Action Olympics, and we have our front runner right here. This is a great start to 2023, and I can only imagine how much more down the spiral we go. But meanwhile, an actual suspect has now been arrested who is clearly not Rebecca Schofield. So, they're definitely going to court. Overall, what a massive nightmare for everyone involved, all for some TikTok clout.
Let's go. Good shit, Atozy. I'm going to absolutely have to keep track of this. She hasn't posted in 5 days, but her last post was doubling down. I'm going to have to stay tuned here. I want to see how this plays out.
It's light at the end of the tunnel because this...
Fuck me, that's amazing. It's the Bits Emperor. She has an alt account, Ashley is God in the Flesh, and she posts there frequently, updated 3 hours ago and said the investigators are wrong and she did the right thing using her gift for right reasons. Oh, yeah, good, there's still more. Ashley is God in the Flesh, huh? That's like a major sin, by the way. She seems to be very religious. to claim that you are God is like a major no-no. It's like she never even read the Bible or knows anything about it for some reason. God fucking smited an entire town for making that golden statue of whatever it was. Thanks to the bit snert in the prime pastime and sea bear. Okay, let's see.
Sometimes I be deleting comments so fast that I accidentally delete a comment that I shouldn't have, like positive comments or comments that are not negative per se. So I apologize if I
It was a statue
accidentally
of a bull.
deleted your comment.
Nice.
Sometimes I be deleting comments.
Okay, that was useless.
Y'all keep saying, well, if you're so convinced it's Rebecca Schofield, and not y'all, some of y'all, some people. Why, if you're so convinced of Rebecca Schofield and Jack DeCour, and why did they arrest Brian Kohlberger? Whatever y'all saying. That's not my fault. I've done the right thing. I've told them exactly what happened. I've used my gifts in a positive way, my abilities, my genius. If the investigators chose not to follow my leads, that's their fault that Rebecca Schofield and Jack DeCour has been able to get away with murder and still be in the community that they murdered in thus far. It's been, 2 months? Then they took the bait with Brian Kohlberger. Brian Kohlberger he didn't make the smartest decision regarding the murders, but he didn't commit the murders. So the people that they should have been arresting is Rebecca Schofield and Jack DeCour. So stop blaming me for other people's ignorance, incompetence, or negligence.
That's amazing. Holy Lord. What in the world? What a load of horseradish. This is fascinating. I also want to keep up with some of the commenters. They know what's up. That's why they issued the gag orders. Not to mention Brian is 100% sure to be exonerated. I want to keep up with every commenter as well and see what happens when it turns out Brian is most likely the murderer. Yeah, even the comments. But I mean, it's TikTok. I'm not, like, surprised. Thanks to the Prime, Tracy. Hey, thanks to the bits. Appreciate it, Moist, and the bits butter. Is it a public case? Well, I don't know if it's going to be like a public trial or anything. What are you talking about? Comments on main channel negative, backup mostly positive. Well, yeah, that's the point of her backup. I know. That's so wild. I hope, Rebecca, if you're watching, I hope you will make the trial with Ashley live streamed. That would be one of the most entertaining fucking things, because I know Ashley's going to represent herself. Absolutely. She's going to bring the tarot cards. She's going to bring some incense. Maybe a Ouija board. 100%. She's going to be like, watch this. I'm going to prove that it's Rebecca. I'm going to communicate with the dead students on my Ouija board. I have no doubt she would. Oh! Oh my god. Maybe Ashley does have spiritual powers. Holy Lord. Oh! I'm under a psychic attack. One of my little Warframe figurines fell over. Okay, never mind. Ashley's powerful. I take it back. Holy shit. She's got gifts no mortal was meant to wield. Fuck me, the witchcraft is too much. There's a tier 1 Florida man, the resub douche, Victor, and the bits, Psycho, Kurafin, and Bullets. The gift sub 98. How are you jump scared easily? I'm not at all. I didn't expect an entire fucking Warframe figurine to fall over. What the fuck do you mean? That's like the exact opposite of being jump scared easily. It was a loud noise. Could you not hear it on stream? Let's give some pander.